students, in this class we discuss about differential protection. So from the name differential protection, this type of protection is based on the difference of two similar quantities. Means it operates on the principle of difference or comparison of difference of magnitude and phase angle of two or more similar quantities. So differential protection works on the principle of difference of magnitude and phase angle of two or more similar quantities, either may be current or voltage. So we use differential relay. Differential relay means for this type of protection we use differential relay. Differential relay work on the principle of comparison of two quantities. Comparison of phase angle of two electrical quantities means the differential relay work based on comparison of two electrical quantities and their difference is either maybe in phase angle or in magnitude. So we can say that differential relay work on the principle of comparison of two electrical quantities, phase angle and magnitude. Next is differential relay operates when phasor difference of two similar quantities is greater than predefined value. Thus, for this type of protection, for this type of protection, it should have first two electrical quantities, two or more similar electrical quantities, two or more similar electrical quantities. Second, there should be a phase displacement of 180 degrees. Means there are two conditions in differential protection which should be followed. First is there should be two or more similar electrical quantities. Second is and their phase displacement should be of 180 degrees. So the differential protection is a unit protection. It works on specified zone. Now we explain this differential protection on the circuit. So next is working of differential relay. Now first we understand the working of differential relay. To understand the working of differential relay, there is a differential protection of an equipment of the power system. The equipment may be of a generator, transformer, transmission line or bus bar, any. So now here we represent this. This is a power system equipment or element which may be a transformer, which may be a generator or it may be a transmission line. Now the equipment which we have to protect using differential protection, first of all we use two CTs. One CT is connected at the each end of the element. So suppose this is CT1 and this is CT2. Input of CT1 is I and out the input of CT2 is I1 and it is I. So now due to current flow in CT, EMF is induced in the secondary of the CT and current flow. So output current of CT1 is suppose I1. Similarly, for CT2, output current is I2, small I. This is relay operating coil, and these wires we use to connect the output of two CTs. These wires are known as pilot wires. Now, in middle point of these two wires, we connect a relay operating coil at equipotential point. Equipotential point means in balance condition, if there is no fault in the circuit, then these points are equipotential point. Or we can say that the current in relay operating point is equal to 0. So that our relay will not operate. But if there is any fault in the circuit, suppose if there is a fault in the circuit, then output of CT1 is I1 and output of CT2 is I2. Now, but in this condition, output of CT2 is affected due to fault current. So we can say that I1 is not equal to I2. Simply in balance condition, normal condition, in normal condition, let output of CT1 is I1, let output of CT1 is I1 and of CT2 is equal to I2, and I1 is equal to I2, I1 is equal to I2, or I1 minus I2 is equal to 0, I1 minus I2 is equal to 0, that is relay operating current, relay current, relay operating current means there is no current in the relay operating coil, so it will not operate. But if any fault occur in the equipment element of power system, then I1 and I2, then I1 not equal to I2, or we can say that I1 minus I2 is equal to let I0, which may be any value. So this current flow in the relay operating coil, and relay will operate, it sends signal to the circuit breaker, and circuit breaker isolate the faulty part of the system, and circuit breaker isolate the equipment or element from the system. So to understand this, if suppose this is fault in element, power system element, if any fault occur in this element, the output of CT1 is I1, but output of C2P is I2 dash now. Suppose is I1 dash after fault, and output of CT2 is I2 dash. When we compare these I1 dash and I2 dash, means I1 minus I2 dash, which is equal to I0, means there is a current in relay operating coil, due to which or relay operates and it sends signal to the circuit breaker, and circuit breaker isolate the circuit from the system. So this is the procedure of differential protection scheme to protect the power system elements. So this the differential protection is used for the protection of transmission line, generator, transformers and bus bars. So we can write differential protection is used differential protection is used for the protection of transformer, generator, transmission line and bus bar. and bus bar. So this type of protection can be used for the protection of transformer, for generator, line and bus bar. Next we see there are some difficulties in this protection. So some changes are required. Now we discuss about the difficulties associated with differential protection. So next topic is difficulty associated with differential protection. Difficulties associated with differential protection. Now there are some difficulties associated with differential protection. Now we discuss one by one. So first is difference in length of pilot wires. Difference in length of pilot wire. Now we discuss about this. Pilot wires are the wires which are used to connect the output of CTs, CT1 and CT2. So these wires are known as pilot wires. Similarly, this is also a pilot wire. And our relay operating coil is adjusted at the middle point of the wire, means at equipotential points. So we can say that these are the equipotential points. Equipotential points. Or relay coil is adjusted between the equipotential points. Now, if there is slight difference in the length of pilot wire, then our equipotential points will divert. Or we can say that potential across the relay operating coil will not be equal. So there will be potential difference across the coil and a current will also flow in the relay operating coil, due to which our relay may operate fault. So relay operate faults. Relay provides false operation. So this is the difficulty of in length of pilot wire. So we can write due to difference in length of pilot wire, equipotential points will get divert. So there is potential difference. Across the relay coil. And current flow starts in the coil. Relay operating coil. So relay will operate false operation. Result, false operation of the relay. false operation of the relay means or relay will operate false बेवजह relay operate होगी. Next difficulty is CT ratio error. Next difficulty is CT ratio error. CT ratio error. CT ratio error means if the characteristic of CT1 and CT2 are not equal, then output of CT1 and CT2 will also be different. So due to difference in output, magnitude of output, current will flow in the relay coil and relay coil will false operate. So we can say that due to difference in characteristic of CT or relay operates false. Next difficulty is saturation of magnetic circuits. Third is saturation of magnetic circuits. Saturation of magnetic circuits. Circuits of CT. And third is magnetizing current inverse. Magnetizing current inverse. Magnetizing current inverse. Magnetizing current inverse. Magnetizing current inverse or inverse current means when we initially charge the transformer, we connect initially energize the transformer, then our transformer gets more current. So relay consider as a fault in the circuit and it will operate false. It provides false operation. So this is also a difficulty. The next is in tap changing. Tap changing. Tap changing means if equipment to be protected is a transformer, tap changing transformer. When we change the taps of the transformer, then our relay output, then our output of the CT1 and CT2 get different, and our current will flow in relay operating coil and relay false operate. So these are the difficulties in differential protection. So thank you for today class.